Have you ever felt trapped in your 9 to 5? Like it's the only thing you know how to do, and it's the only thing that you've ever done, and there's no real way out. In this video, I'm going to show you some skills that you already have that can help you break out of your 9 to 5 and get into a business that is something that you want to do and that you want to create. So let's take a look. So let's talk about the first skill. The first skill is something that you have in your life that everybody has, and everybody develops their own way of doing it, but it's communication. So you have a way of communicating in your job that nobody else does. You've developed a unique style of communication. So this could either be, the way that you communicate with your peers to deliver information to them that's helpful for them in their job. Or it could be something like doing a presentation to a team where you've created a PowerPoint presentation and you need to get certain information or a certain idea across. So these are skills that you've used to communicate an idea across as well. If you're talking to your boss one-on-one, you have a way of communicating with him in a different way than maybe you talk to a peer. Or maybe you have somebody that you're trying to educate that's come into the job that is brand new to the job, and you're trying to communicate to them like, hey, this is the way that this job is done, or this task is done, and here's some documentation. I'll show you how to do it. We can walk through it. So we all have skills that we've used in our jobs to help us better communicate with others. The beauty of it is that the presentations that we do are, a lot of times educational or trying to present a point, and that carries over into the YouTube world. So if you're trying to present something to somebody, you don't want to just give them all the information and, be done with it. You want to do it in a way that is easy for them to digest it, and it's easy for them to learn that. You go in kind of a step format where, you build off of the foundation and you go from there. So that's one of the greatest skills that you can have in life is communication. And that carries over in YouTube very well. But it's not the only skill that you have in your job right now. And we'll look into the other skill next. So another thing that you might have right now going for you with your regular job that you have is the ability to schedule things. So, you're on a schedule with your work, likely. You have a set time to be there. You have a set time to take lunch, and I'm sure you have meetings and stuff like that in between. So that's another good skill to have when you're doing YouTube, because you've got to start to get under a schedule of filming, doing that a certain time, script writing, idea generation, research. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes. You don't just hit the camera record button and go at it. I mean, I guess you could. That could be a way of doing it, but I think there has to be a little more planning, a little more strategy involved in the whole process. If you want to get better anyway, I think that's the way it should be. And you also have editing too, so editing takes up a good amount of time. So you need to have these planning skills out. You need to have time, and you could set aside a certain time every day to do a specific thing. So maybe one day is your ideation, I guess, to come up with different ideas and sort them all out and see what works, put some in a bucket and get rid of some other ones. Another day would be script writing. You come up with the scripts that you want to do and, start to write those out, start to write the outlines if you want to do bullet points or if you want to write it word for word. But those things that's another thing that you need to schedule into your day. So maybe Monday is ideation and Tuesday you're doing script writing and Wednesday maybe filming. And then, you may do that a couple hours in a day or an hour in a day, depending on what your style is, I guess, because you're going to have a different style. I did videos where I just talked to myself on the camera, which took no editing at all. And that style was very simple, very easy to do, and I could do it in one day pretty easily. I could get a video out in one day. But I think if you're going to plan the content better and try to get more strategic with it, you're going to have to do things a little more. You're going to have to plan it out a little more, and it's going to take some more time. And to get all these things into a plan and set it for each day of a week or something like that. Just get some sort of a plan that you can stick with. So, that's a skill that you probably already have in your job. You probably already have a set time to do certain things in your job that you're doing right now. So, those are two skills, but let me talk to you about a third one. So another skill that you probably already have that you're using in your current job is problem solving. So in your current job, I'm sure that you have things that you got to do. You got to figure it out on the way, or, you run into certain obstacles in your job, and it's really just a lot of it comes down to figuring things out, kind of using your common sense. I mean, there's training material for some of that stuff, but I guess that's true with YouTube too. YouTube itself is a resource that you can figure out anything you really need to with YouTube. So if you have a problem with the editing process, which I can understand, a lot of people have problems with that. I struggle with that. I'm still learning a lot too, but everything that you have a problem with, if you just take it one step at a time and you grab that one problem that you're dealing with and you deal with that problem at that time, then the next time you're not going to have that problem. And that kind of goes back to the whole stepping stone or, building on top of the foundation that you've already laid. So you can start off, and this is what I did in mine when I did my 30-day challenge. I started off basically not editing anything, just kind of, maybe I'd clip the front and the back and then let the middle just go. And as I went, I kind of messed around with things here and there to see what I liked, what I didn't like, how to do certain stuff. I wound up switching from DaVinci Resolve to CapCut because I felt it was a lot easier to learn on that platform, and I'm still using that. I'm happy with it. But the point is, the skills that you need in order to do this, if you don't have them already, then you start to build them, and over time you just do something a little bit better than you did it last time. So building on those skills really becomes a part of it, and then the next time that you do it, it's that much easier because you've already got that skill set done. So really the main three skills that you need are already there, already put into you. So if you want to pursue this YouTube challenge, this YouTube journey to better yourself, there's a lot of opportunity with it, and I've gone into that a little bit in other videos, but building a brand for yourself, or even if you did it as a hobby or for fun, or you had something to share with the world, then it's a great opportunity to do that, and I think it's the future. So again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.